Hi all, I welcome you to the channel Civil Tech Forum. Okay, today we will be discussing on analysis and design of G plus 1 building, okay, or G plus 1, G plus 2, okay, you can take any uh, number of floor stories, okay, under dead load and live load. Only I am considering linear static case, okay. I am using these two softwares generally, okay. One is AutoCAD, okay, which I can draw architectural drawing, okay. Later I'll be using ETABS 2013 for analysis and design, okay. So first we must have the working drawing, okay, as well as the center line, okay. Only if you have center line drawing, that is sufficient to make the model in ETABS, okay. First what I will do, see here, here we have, okay, here we have working a drawing or center line of a building, okay. So here we'll be getting the dimensions, okay, 0 0.4, 3.8, okay, and 3.5. These are the horizontal dimensions or the spacing of columns which we have provided, okay. So here okay, it is a porch portion, okay. Here you can see a hall is there or living room. Here we have kitchen, okay. And next here we have one bedroom, that is a master bedroom here, okay. Later another bedroom is here, and here it is a bathroom, and it is separate Indian toilet, WC, right? Okay, here we got these are the general dimensions which I have taken, okay. Generally I'll be using a column size of 230 by 300, okay. You suppose if it fails, okay, I'll revise in ETABS, okay. So as a preliminary dimensions, I am taking these things itself, that is column size I am taking 230 by 300 mm, okay. For modeling I'll be taking 230 by 300 mm, okay. Even for this beams also I'm taking 230 by 300 only, okay. Whenever you get the revision, okay, if revision is required, for example, suppose if the members fail, okay, under the applied forces, so okay, in that case I'll be taking what I'll be considering the next parameters, that is uh, increasing the dimensions or increasing the materials, okay, property of material and all those things, okay. So it can be done, okay. Here the one thing we need to see, okay, before that I must have the work, as I said, okay, we must have the drawing which is having the dimension horizontal and vertical dimensions, okay, which will be used for modeling of the structure, okay. So first what I will do, I'll switch to ETABS, okay. Before that okay, I'll switch to ETABS. Okay, here what happens generally, this will be the screen which will display when you start a software. Already I have started, okay. So here first in, okay, first step is first step in ETAB is, okay, here you need to take new model, okay. You need to take new model, okay. So okay, and use built-in settings. You are not supposed to use the default settings and from some other model, okay. So as we are using Indian standards, so and I'll be keep the units in SI system, okay. Okay, so next I'll be using code, as it is a RC building, I'll be using Indian code, that is steel design, it is IS 800. For RC design it is IS 456. Suppose if it is steel structure, I'll be using IS 800 2007, and suppose if it is RC design, okay, IS 456 2000, okay. So here another revision will come, okay. Actually IS 456 2016 must come as of now, but still we are not getting that code, okay. So even though the software is ETABS 2013, okay, so inbuilt it has only IS 456 2000, okay. Even in India we are not practicing 2016 yet, okay. So that's why I'm taking IS 456 2000, which we followed many times, okay. Earlier we used to, since from 2000 it's been 20 years we are following the same code, okay. So that's why I'll be taking this one. Okay, first one, I'll repeat once again, file, new file. Okay, you must keep metric SI, Indian, okay, database, whatever the sections database is there, that is, you must take Indian. Okay, suppose if you are a practicing engineer in India, okay, you can take Indian. Suppose if you are from some other countries, okay, the specified code will be taken into consideration. Okay, the modeling method is same, only the codal provisions will change. Okay, for end values may be different because of the factor of inbuilt factor of safeties which are there in code. Okay, which are there in equations of the code. Okay, so I'll be following, as I'm an Indian, okay, I'll be following Indian standard codes. That is for steel code I'm using IS 800, and for concrete I'm using IS 456. Okay, here, okay, uniform grid spacing. Suppose if your model, okay, here, if your model is uniform, okay, all the columns are in one line, okay, like one set of columns, horizontal columns, because here we are having a difference in columns. Okay, difference or the lining, okay, is not there. Okay, so it is not a uniformity. Okay, uniform. Okay, uniformity is not there in a column while locating the columns. Okay, so I must take I must not use this one, uniform grid spacing. Okay, I'll be using custom grid spacing. Okay, custom grid spacing. Okay, initially I'll be, okay, if it is uniform, for example 3 meter by 3 meter building is there, okay, or 3 meter by 3 meter room is there, you'll be getting 4 columns. In that case, you may go for uniform grid spacing, but here it is not, here it is different, right? So here what happens, I'll be taking a custom grid spacing. Okay, so I'll be editing the data. I'll be editing it. Okay, okay, here it is x-axis and y-axis. Here you can see x, a, b, c, d. Okay, here in the corner you can see, right, a, b, c, d is there, and 1 2 3 4 is there. Okay, you must give the dimensions accordingly. Okay, a, b, c, d is the horizontal dimensions is 0.7, 3.80, 3.50, like that I'll give. Okay, it is coordinate system. Okay, first one will be 0, b is 0.7. Next here it is grid spacing. Okay, here we are taking grid coordinates. I am supposed to take, if you want to add, okay, cumulative the dimensions, if you give, okay, you will be taking grid coordinates, or otherwise grid spacing. Okay, so a, it is 0.7, and from b, how much it is, what is the grid spacing of b, 3.80 meters. So I'll be taking 3.80. Okay, and third one c. Okay, c line is how much, 3.50. Okay, so I'll be taking 3.50. Okay, so d, I'll be, okay, I'll delete d. Okay, it is 3.50. The next one, the dimension in the vertical direction. Okay, so first is, okay, we should go from bottom. Okay, first it is 2.20. First it will be 0, obviously 0, or we can have this one also, or direct we can have spacing also, or here you can change 0, a to b 0.7 is 3.8, like that you can keep. Okay, next 3.8, it is 3.5. Okay, either you directly can give the dimensions. Okay, a is 0. Okay, obviously I'll be taking a is equal to 0, a to b. Okay, so here I'll take 1 minute to mention a, b, c, d, and 1 2 3 4. Okay, so here it is a, okay, this, it is b, c, and it is d. Okay, 4 dimensions. Later 1, 2, 3, 4 will come here. Okay, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll give numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is 7. Okay, I'll mention the numbering also. 1, here it is 2, it becomes 3, it becomes 4, 5, 6, last one is 7th one. Okay, these are the horizontal lines. Okay, first 1 it is 0, I'll treat it as 0 here. Okay, 2 it is how much? 2 it is 2.2, 2.2. Next from 2 to 3 it is 3 meter. So here also I am taking spacing itself 3 meter, and 3 to 4, 3 to 4 it is 1 meter, 1 meter. I'll add some more lines. Okay, 4 to 5, 4 to 5 it is 3.8 meter, 3.8 meter, and 5 to 6 it is 3.6 meter, and 6 to 7 it is 0.5 meter. Okay, 0.5. Okay, same modeling we will be getting the okay. So this is the size. Okay, if you want you can reduce the bubble size also. Okay, make it to 250. Okay, no need to have this much big bubbles. Okay, so or you can have 500 also. Okay, if it is not visible. Okay, in that case you may go for this. Okay, so here it is 0, 0.7. Okay, let me brief you once again. Okay, 0 is the first coordinate, A, B, C, D. Okay, here we have A, B, C, D, right? Okay, it is 0, 0 0.7, 0 0.7, 3.8 and 3.5. Okay, whereas in this direction, okay, it is in vertical direction 0, 2.2, 3, 1, 3.8, 3.6, 0.5. Okay, you can check. Okay, 0, first one is 0, 2.2, 3, 1, 3.80, 3.60 and 0.5. Okay, these dimensions we have taken here. Okay, so here our modeling will be ready now. Okay, so I'll make it as a grid system, x and y direction. Okay, next I will have reference points, all those things. Okay, okay, I'll make it as okay. Okay, custom story data. Okay, now I'll choose the story, number of stories. Okay, so for example better you go for store. This is basement, that is you take it as footing, it will be 0. Story 1, instead of story 1 I'll be taking it as plinth. Okay, first slab, second slab. Okay, so better go for another slab also, third slab. Okay, okay, I'll be designing it for 3 floors, right? Okay, height is how much? Height, plinth is 0. Okay, height it is around, from footing to plinth height it will be around 2 meter. Okay, and plinth to first slab it is around 3 meter. Again first slab to second slab 3 meter, third slab second slab to third slab, or a roof slab. Okay, you can, instead of second slab I'll be writing roof slab, final one. Okay, okay, plinth is different. Okay, none, it will not be same. Okay, and first slab yours is okay. So this has master story, first slab has master story, right? Okay, so it is same as that of second slab. First slab is master story. If you think the first slab is master story, second slab will be like first slab, so that you can copy the same parameters while modeling, right? And it is none. Okay, as of now, obviously the roof slab will not have same loads as compared to first slab, as well as plinth are only having beams. We don't have any slab there. Okay, so obviously with the things are not same as compared to slab, first slab and second slab, whereas first and second slab are similar, right? First and second slab are similar. Okay, same plan I am following for 3 floors, and on roof slab will not be getting any what the proper live loads. We are not constructing above the roof. Okay, only parapet will be there, and we don't have any residential or rooms and all those things. Okay, so roof is roof. Okay, it's a live load is get reduced, that's it. Okay, so it is no, that's why I have taken no. Only first slab and second slab are similar, except plinth is different, roof slab is different. Okay, nothing change, only the slab load is come to beams and columns. Okay, so you know how exactly it happens. Okay, so I'll be taking okay, I'll be taking height of building also. Okay, 0 to 2 plinth. 0 is footing level. Okay, not a ground level, keep it in mind. Here I am taking 0 as footing level. It is wherever you get the fixed support, that is taken as footing. Okay, and plinth is 2 meter. From 0 to 2 meter we have plinth. Okay, that is from plinth to first slab it is 3 meter. First slab to second slab another 3 meter, second slab to roof slab another 3 meter, like that total it is of 11 meter height building. Okay, so here I am not considering seismic loading conditions. Okay, as it is a first tutorial, I'll be only concentrating on, actually if it is more than 10 meter you must consider those things. Okay, still I'll only consider the live load and dead load parameters. Okay, okay, here the grid spacing as well as the data for story is completed. Okay, so horizontal dimensions as well as vertical dimension are completed. Okay, so I'll give okay. I think it will take time. It is taking time, okay, to load. Yes, so here it is the, this is the horizontal dimensions. I think if you want to make any changes, for example here A, C, B is missing here. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 2 is missing here, right? 1 is there, 3 is there. Okay, 2 is missing. Okay, like that. Okay, we made some mistake there. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go for edit data. Okay, edit story data, edit stories and grid system. Okay, modify story. Okay, here A is missing, so what I will do, I'll add. Okay, so I'll make it as B, C, D. Okay, so here it is 0 to 7, and how much it is, B to C it is 3.8. okay, actually it must be, sorry, something error is there. Okay, so A to B it is 0 0.7, 3.8, actually it is spacing, oh sorry, 0 in spacing it is 0, A to B 0 0.7, B to C 3.8, and next 3.6. okay, 0 0.7, A is 0, B is 3.8, and C to D it is 3.5. I am taking, sorry, 3.5 here. Okay, here also A I am taking 0, and to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? I'm taking spacing here. Okay, so here first one is 2.2, 2.2. Next is 3 meter is there, so I'm taking 3 meter. Next is 1 meter, 3.8, 1 meter, 3.8 meter. Sixth one is 3.6 and 0.5, 3.6 meter and 0.5 meter. Okay. Is it modified? So it is showing A to C. Okay, I'll edit once again. Okay, or otherwise I'll take a cumulative one itself. A to B, C, D. Okay, I'll take cumulative itself. Coordinate 0, 0 0.7, 0 0.7 plus 3.8. Much it is 4.5, and next it is 8.3. Okay, fine. Okay, here also it is 0. First one is 0, 2.2, 5.2. Okay, the cumulative dimensions are there, right? The total is 13.6. Okay, here it is when you add these things it will be 13.6. Okay, so here I have taken the coordinate system itself. Okay, now we can get A1 A B C D as well as 1 3. Again it is not modified, right? This I think 2 is okay. I'll add it once again. Okay, so here first it is 0, 2.2, 3, 1, 0, 2.2, 3 means 5.2, 1 is 6.2. Okay, 6.2 plus 3.8, 6.2 plus 3.8, obviously it is 10, 13.6. Next it is 13.6. Last one it is, and again 0.5 meter, 13.6 plus 0.5, 14.1 meter. Okay, now the grid system is modified. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 5, 6, 7 up to 7. Okay, so here we'll be getting the location of columns. Okay, only first at A line we will be only getting one column. Okay, and now what I'll do, A0. Okay, I'll come to this one. The drawing A0 is there, or I'll come from here. Okay. Some error is there. No need to worry. Error is there in the drawing. Okay, A7, nothing is there. B6 is there. B7 is not there. B6 overlap. We have column at B6. Okay, so before that B6 and next C7 another column and D7 another column. Okay, so in this way whatever we have fixed the column locations, in this way, in a similar way we are fixing column location in ETAP, right, in our modeling, right? So what I will do, fix before that I'll fix the dimensions. The dimensions are properties of the column. Okay, first I'll define the properties, material properties. Okay, so here it is modified. First material is there, that is steel. I'll be rating it as steel. Steel is there, it is isotropic, and its yield strength, everything will be there. No need to change the properties. Okay, Poisson's ratio, everything will be there. Okay, you keep as it is, and you modify. What is that? What is this? Concrete is there. You better write concrete, will not be in confusion. Concrete, isotropic material. So unit weight is 23.5. Actually it is a plain concrete, right? 24 kilonewton per meter cube. Here it is standard you are taking. So what grade of concrete you are taking, here you can mention. Okay, grade of concrete. The Poisson's ratio, modify material properties. If here concrete cube strength, FCK Okay, I am taking only 20 Newton per m square. Okay, concrete cube compressive strength for 28 days. Okay, it is 20. Okay, I'll be mentioning 20 MPa. Okay, only this change is required. Okay, if you want, you can change properties of steel also. Here you can change. So what grade I am taking? Effective tensile strength. Yield strength I am taking around 400, 450. Okay, if you want to make changes, any changes if you want, okay, you can go for that also. Okay, for example, okay, minimum yield strength this much, effective yield stress can go for 500 also. Okay, it can change. Okay, you better you keep whatever grade of steel you are using, you can take that one. Okay, so I'll not change change any parameter in the steel. I'll keep as it is. Okay, so here we got this one. Another the predefined parameter is there. What is that? Might be it is rebars. Okay, actually we required this one. Okay, REBAR, rebar. Okay, so I'll be taking rebar means whatever the reinforcement we are using. Okay, so it's a modulus of elasticity, it's a strength, everything is there. Okay, here it is. Ultimate strength 620. Here they are taking Fe415 steel. Okay, you keep as it is. No need to change, right? Rebar. Okay, we'll be using either. Okay, I have defined these three parameters. Steel is structural steel. If you are using, if you are designing a steel structure, then you take this one. Or if it is RC structure, you need to take concrete as well as rebar, right? Okay. Next will be a property. Okay, here material is defined. Now section properties. Okay, frame sections. Okay, all you required is frame section means beam and column, and slab sections will be there. Okay, so here I'll be taking this one. Okay, I'll add new property. Okay, as it is concrete, it is I'll be taking rectangular sections itself. Okay, as I said, first I'll define beam. Better I'll define column. Okay, concrete I'm using. Okay, it's a concrete column. Okay, concrete rectangular concrete. Dimensions, depth is 300 mm, width I am taking 230 mm. Okay, the minimum dimensions I am taking. Later you can modify if you want. Okay, okay, property modifier, anything change. Reinforcement, for example, it is if it is beam, if it is column, it may be under axial load, moment in x direction, moment in y direction. Okay, it may be axial loaded column, uniaxial column, or biaxial column. Okay, you must choose this one. Okay, longitudinal bars and confinement bars are rebars. Okay, so rectangular confinement bars are lateral ties. It is I think you have seen. Okay, reinforcement to be designed. Okay, we are doing analysis as well as design here. Okay, so reinforcement to be designed. Here clear cover to the reinforcement, especially in columns we'll be taking clear cover of 40 mm. Okay, in 3 direction you keep as it is, later it will change accordingly. Okay, longitudinal bars, confining or corner bars you can take 20 mm. Okay, or I'll take 16 mm. Maximum bars I can use only 16 mm. Okay, or you can restrict to 12 mm. Don't take 14. As of Indian standard, the 14 mm is not available in the market. You better go for 16. Confining bars I'll be using 8 mm. Okay, 8 mm. Spacing you keep. Okay, no need to change much parameters. Later you will, when you design, you'll come to know what changes are required. Okay, so I'll keep as it is. Okay. Okay, the column is defined. Then now I'll define another one. Okay, I'll define beam. Okay, I'll write it as beam. Concrete. Okay, its size is also depth 300 mm and width 230 mm. Okay, if you want, okay, we will do one thing. Okay, 300 and 230, let it be. Okay, later which the section will fail. Okay, we'll come to know. Okay, 300 and 230. Okay, so modifier, property modifier, there is no much change. Okay, here only thing is that here moment design is only be done. That's why M3 design. Okay, so top bars, cover to the reinforcement I will be taking 30 mm. Cover to the longitudinal bars. Okay, especially in beams. Okay, I am taking rebar. Right, I'll not change. Okay, overwrite of ductile beams. Okay, nothing to change here in static analysis. Okay, so one thing you need to remember, if it is column you must take this one. Okay, here in bracket he has given. Okay, or if it is beam you must choose this one. Okay, it is cover. 30 mm cover at top and bottom I'm taking. Okay, so these two parameters are defined, beam as well as column. Okay, the next one is what? I'll define another section, that is slab. Okay, modify shell thin membrane. Okay, you may take either membrane. Okay, so I'll write it as slab in capital. Slab thickness I'll be taking as the span is very less, I'll be taking only 125 mm. Okay, slab. These properties are done. Okay, now what I will do, okay, here it is. Here I need to fix the column. Okay, now I'll come to here. Now these are the things. Okay, this is the modeling. Okay, only layout is there. We need to fix the columns for specified location. Okay, so this is for beam, quick draw beams, and this is for columns, quick draw columns. So what I will do, I'll choose this one. So I need, before that I need to choose what is, where is our properties. Okay, column is here. Is it our column? Right, obviously it is column, right, which we have defined. Okay, now I'll fix where exactly I want, and it's a orientation. Okay, orientation is important. Okay, and we are applying same column for all the stories. Okay, I'm taking all the stories. You must choose. Okay, you must remember these things. Okay, you must remember these things, where exactly I'm applying the column and all those things. Okay, so all story. Okay, so here we are at roof slab. Now I'll come to footing level. Okay, here it is footing level. Here you can check at the corners. Okay, footing level, roof level, you can, Z is equal to 0. Okay, here you can change. Z becomes 2. Next, plinth level, it is first slab level, second slab level, roof level. Again I come to footing level. Okay, now I'll draw everything is at footing level itself. So the orientation is most important. Before that you must know, okay, where exactly we have located the column, first column. Okay, I'll number the column in this direction itself. So I'll be take this as a first column. 7C is first column. Orientation is in this manner. Okay, so first what I will do, so this is 7C. Here I can fix, but orientation is different. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll change the orientation angle. Okay, I need to change it to 90 degree. Okay, here. Okay, and next one is at sorry, I'll take here I'm finding difficulty. I'll take this parameter. So again frame, column. Okay, points. Sorry, here you can draw in vertical direction. Wait for a minute. Okay, here I can draw. Okay, 7C and actually in elevation I can draw 7C and 7D. Okay, so in plan it is there 7C and 7D. Okay, here you can see 7C and 7D. Okay, now 7C and 7D. Next 6B is there, another column 6B. Okay, I'll switch to 6B. here 6B is there, and you must have the orientation also. 6B is modeled. Later you can check the orientation, something if happened, okay, you can check here also. So all the columns are oriented in only one direction, okay, except these two columns, okay, you check later, okay. Next is what 5 ABC 5 BCD, okay. So next will be 5 BCD. 5 is there, B C D, it is modeled. Next 4 CD, columns is at 4 CD. Here 4 is there, and this line is C and this line is D. 4 CD, 4 C as well as D. Next is 3A 3B, sorry, 3B is there, right? 3A is, we don't have any column, 3B is there, so it is 3B. Next I'll go to this 3B, okay. Next thing is 2 CD, 2 CD, right? 2 C and 2 D. Okay, next 1 ACD, 1 ACD, at 1 it is ACD, A, C and D. Okay, actually it is these are with a different orientation, let it be. Okay, I'll go through 3D model view. These are all defined. Okay, I'll go to the plan, plinth level. So now at the bottom we have hinge support. Okay, now what I will do, I'll change all the hinge support into fixed support. Okay, so the supports are there, the column locations, I'll change it to assign, joint, restraint. I'll go for fixed support. Okay, here you can see, sorry. Okay, so what I will do, I'll go to plan once again, footing, apply. Okay, because hinge is applied everywhere at every joint. Okay, because all story is on. Okay, you must go for only one story. So that's why I'll choose these parameters. Again, I'll go for assign, join, restraint, fix support, apply. Okay. So okay. So now the bottom only we have fixed. Okay. So next I'll go to plan once again. Footing, we don't have any beams. Okay, I'll go to plinth. Okay. So all the columns are oriented different manner. Okay, let it be. Okay, if you want you can, or what I will do, I'll change parameters. Size of column, section properties, beam section, column size is there, modify column size, I make 300 by 300, column, all the column size of 300 by 300. Okay, now what I will do, I'll join all the beams wherever I want. I can join the beams at plinth level. Okay, now whatever the beams I'll join at plinth level will be same for for roof level also. Okay, so I'll go for quick draw beams. Okay, I'll choose beam. Okay, so here I want beam. Or I can choose this one. Okay, we are doing it for all the only one story. So I'll choose once again beam. I'll choose. Okay. Okay, irrespective of again secondary beams will come here. Simply as it is only a primary model, that's why we are taking this one. Okay, these are all plinth beams. Okay, okay, let it be. Will not use beams at these locations. Okay, which is not required. Okay, simply wherever you want you can take beam, you can draw the beam. Okay, so this is the actual model of this one. You know what I will do? I will copy these beams for other stories also. Okay, so what I will do? Story, roof, first slab and second slab. Same beam. Okay, sorry. What I'll do? I'll go for a first slab. Only I'll apply these beams for first slab. Apply. Okay. Now I'll go to first slab. It is a plinth level. First slab, we got a beams. Okay. Now what I will do? I'll add some more beams in first slab because I need to have slab up to this location. Okay. So I have added these beams. Okay. If you want, you can add here also. Additional beams if you want, you can have here also. So now what I will do? I will copy these column and beams to second and roof story, because these in plinth beam which we drawn in first slab, which will not come in plinth beam. Okay, so but these beams are there in second slab as well as roof slab, so I'll apply here. Okay, so now I'll draw a slab. Okay, even you can replicate along with the slab also. Okay, just come back. Okay, in the first second slab we don't have any column, any beams, as well as in roof slab also we don't have any beams. You know what I will do? Now I am in first slab. I will draw slabs. Draw quick slab. Okay, slab is there. I'll choose slab. Here are slabs. Anywhere if you want, you can have the slabs. Okay, even the staircase is treated as slab. You take it as it is. First video, I will not be much concentrating on the actual parameters. Only I am introducing you about the softwares. Okay, so that's why I am taking. Okay, I am not much concentrating on the actual parameter, right? Okay, so here what I will do? I'll apply the forces here. Okay, it is applied only one story. Okay, I'm at first slab level. It's applied at only one story. Now I'll apply. Okay, assign shell loads. Okay, uniform or joint loads are there, shell loads are there. Okay, UDL, everything is there, right? Define, draw, many commands are there. Okay, better in your free time you can find out. Okay, so shell loads, uniform. Okay, it is comes under live load. Okay, before that I need to define the load. This one I need to define the loads also. Okay, here I'll come define load patterns. Okay, as I said, self weight multiplier 1, live load, it is live load you keep as it is 0. Okay, so dead load, live load already defined. Okay, no problem. Okay, so here it is and assign shell loads, uniform loads, and I'll take okay live load for residential building. I'll be taking live load of 2 kilonewton per meter square. I'll apply. Okay, So object, you need to fix the apply. Okay. Okay, one thing I must have loads. Any loads are there in the slab? No. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll select the slabs. Okay, let it be. Okay, so now assign frame loads or shell loads. Shell loads here, 2 kN per meter square live load. Okay, add to existing one. Okay, it is applied. Okay, fine. So now what I will do, this is already a dead load is applied, a live load. Along with that, on frames I'll be taking, on all beams I'll be taking the load of wall. Okay, first I'll choose all the beams. Okay, okay, and all the beams I'll be taking same load. You think that okay, I'll assign frame loads distributed. It comes under wall load, is comes under dead load. Okay, so I'll be taking dead load around 15 kN. If you take a 230 mm thick wall, okay, it's a dead weight for 3 meter height is around 15 kN per meter. Okay, so I'll apply at the existing one, apply. Okay, so it is applied. Okay, now I'll be taking the same loads for okay, I'll be applying. I'll copy, replicate for second story also, second and roof slab also. I'll take same. Okay, I'll not take much time. So these are the loads applied. Okay, these are the loads applied on the structure, and still we have not applied a force on plinth beam. Okay, so I'll go to plan and go at plinth level. Okay, and select beams. Whatever beams are there, I'll select those beams. Okay, so here what I will do, here I'll apply frame loads distributed, reserve, comes under dead load, apply. Okay, so here you can see the load is applied here also. Okay, everywhere. Okay, everywhere dead load and die load is applied. Okay, dead load it will take accordingly. Only wall load I am applying, right? Same load applying for roof also. Actually it is less. Okay, even if you want you can take. Okay, in roof level if you want you can change the dead load and live loads. Okay, here whatever the loads are there. Okay, here you can check. Instead of 2, you go for 1.5. Okay, if you want you can edit. Okay, let it be 1.5. Okay, and for on beams, load on beams, even you can, if you want you can change load on beams. Let it be whatever may be the load. Okay, if you want any load, okay, you can take. It is left to you. Okay, this much is the modeling of G+2 story building in ETABS. Okay, I think you might have learned how exactly the plan is modeled in software. Okay, so this much is up to this coordinates, fixing the column, its a dimension, material properties, uh, and section properties, as well as how to model in ETABS, as well as how to apply the force which we studied here. Okay, in next class or next tutorial we'll be discussing or we'll be concentrating on analysis and design of this building. Okay, I'll come with more modifications. Okay, in the next video we'll be analyzing the same building which we have modeled here. Okay, so the same structure is analyzed and designed in next video. Okay, till then, thank you, good day. Okay, and please subscribe this channel and press bell icon for upcoming videos, right?